Today's episode, it was a day like any other.
Seems about right.
Until everything changed.
What? It did?
The cricket.
Good morning, YouTube. What is going on? Or good afternoon, good evening. I'm not sure what time you guys are watching this at, but it is morning time for us here. We just got rid of the 257s, and we got another beautiful 51 Chevy Deluxe here. It is a Deluxe, right? Yeah, it's a Deluxe. We did this vehicle, customers claiming right around 5 to 6 years ago. He's pretty... What, Vic? You can come in? Jeez. Every time I have the camera out, he doesn't want to come out. It's easy. It's like when you walked out of the closet, you know, when you come out of the closet. A lot of you guys give me a hard time because I fuck around with Vic so much. But what you guys don't realize is when the camera is off, this guy right here,
Stop complaining, man.
see, there we go. So, because everyone's like, man, be nice to Vic. He's cool. I'm like, yeah, but you guys don't see what he does to me when the camera shuts off. But yeah, we just got this 51 Deluxe in, and what's going on is he comes in every few years for a system check, and what we do on a system check is it's a $75 system check. We put the car up on the rack, we go through, we check the quality of the bags still, we check all the airlines, making sure all the connections are still good, making sure there's no leaks. We check electrical, making sure everything's functioning properly. We check and inspect all the airlines, make sure there's no rubs, abrasions on anything. Pretty much we just go through and make sure everything is working functionally and working sound the way it's supposed to be. And again, this car's been done for 5 to 6 years. Customer has had zero problems with it, except for today. He's having one little issue. Normally, you know, you're kind of cringing when you hear an issue, but this issue is the switch itself is starting to just wear out internally. After 6 years, you know, each switch only has so many click lives on it. So we're gonna be replacing that, along with going through the whole vehicle and checking. As you can tell, Vic's already in the trunk right now. He's going through and he's gonna start leak testing everything. And we are very high tech when it comes to leak test. Vic? Yeah. Show him the high tech bottle. So that bottle does not contain a very rare solution called soap and water. And it's really difficult to apply. It takes a very skilled technician to apply this solution. No, I'm just kidding. It is soap and water, and it's very simple to do, but it is time consuming. And a lot of people just spray it and walk away. Oh, there's no leaks. You could spray and sit there and stare at that fitting for like literally 2 to 3 minutes and nothing can happen. And the second you walk away, a little bubble could pop up. And that's a leak right there. So we go through and we will sit there and stare, literally almost pull up a lawn chair right here and stare at the trunk and watch, make sure no bubbles come through. We also do that along with all the other fittings in there. So that's enough talking for right now. We're gonna go ahead and get to it, and we're gonna start working on this vehicle, and I'll update you guys as we go. Looking good so far? You guys see the setup right here. 5 to 6 years old, and still looks good. Looks really, really good. You can tell the customer really takes care of this vehicle. It's a really clean color. Loving the flake in it too. I'm a huge sucker for flake. That's why we hired him. Because you're a flake. I'm gonna get a comment like, guys, Alex, be nice to Vic. I swear, I'm gonna wear like a hidden camera on me so you can hear the shit he tells me. See, he's nodding his head over here.
I'll get mine. No worries.
Yeah,
no
yeah.
Worries.
I'm just swapping out the switch real quick. It feels okay when you click it. It's a little rough compared to all the other ones. Yeah, compared to all the other ones, there's a big difference as far as how it reacts. It's a rougher click. So hopefully this does the trick on this one. If not this, I mean, even if it didn't work, or say this wasn't the issue, it's good to swap out this front switch anyways. Regardless, it's been 5 to 6 years on this build, so it's a good thing to do. So we're we turned off the breaker, that way we didn't have any issues with electrical. So I'm just kicking it back on right now. We're letting it build back up on pressure, and we'll test the front up. Yep, it's going up now. So I just gotta let it fill up all the way with air, and then we'll go from there. So guys, I'm gonna show you guys a little trick real quick. So let's just look at this fitting right here. A lot of guys use the soap and water. It's a very common thing, but a lot of guys will just spray normal like this. Well, that's good and all, but as you can see, it doesn't do much as far as soap. It doesn't stay there, and it's really hard to check to see if it has leaks. You have to constantly kind of pull the soap back up. This is what you do right here. And this is just a cheap bottle from, I believe, Home Depot. So you get this guy, flip it upside down, shake the crap out of it. You want it to set up on the top side, and you want the drain or the little suction of the tube inside there to suck just the foam, and then spray most of the water out. You'll kind of hear it. Okay, so it changed. So when you do that, it turns into suds. But you can only do it as you flip it upside down. That way it actually covers the full fitting, and you can check it for any leaks. And you'll be able to tell leaks. See, these are just popping. See how they're popping and reducing? That means there's no leaks right here. If you see this popping and it start expanding, coming out towards you, or dropping down and getting heavier because there's more air in there, then that's when you have the leak. But a lot of guys, again, will spray it normal with the sprayer the right side up, which obviously that's what the bottles are made for. But for what we're doing, shake the crap out of it, flip it upside down, and spray it this way. When you spray it this way, it'll become a lot more sudsy, and it'll cover a lot more, as you can tell. Look at. Now you can only do about 1 or 2 fittings at a time like this, because of, it runs out of foam, and then you gotta flip it back over, shake it again, do it again. But this makes it a lot easier on determining where leaks are at. So that's just a quick little tip so you guys could chase down leaks if you have any. So I know it's a little loud right now, but we're going through taking all the valving apart and cleaning everything out. Some of them had a little bit of corrosion or rust on them from 5 years, 6 years. So we're cleaning them out with a little WD-40, Scotch-Briting them just a little bit to take some of that corrosion off, to try to get this thing to lift up evenly. It was kind of lifting a little uneven, not much, but just enough to kind of make it annoying. But so we're going through right now and cleaning all those out. So we'll see how that goes right now. You're gonna wear out your boots, you keep walking around the car. How many pairs of boots you go? You walking around in circles all day? You go through two sets a week or what? So we just got everything dialed in the back. We went through, did a leak test. Vic did a leak test earlier. I just did a secondary leak test on it. There's no visible leaks. We did adjust the mufflers a little bit since they had built up a little bit of corrosion inside from all the going up and down. So I actually just replaced them, and we just got them back leveled out. The car is lifting up and down evenly again. Because the front was kind of dropping a little uneven. It would drop down, and the other side would continue to follow like a half a second after. So we adjusted on the slowdowns off the valving. Now we're about to put it up on the rack to do a bottom side inspection. So we got the car up. Go ahead, Vic, don't worry. We got the car up right now, and just doing a bottom side inspection. Everything looks good in the front end. Up here on the bags are still the original bags we put in here about 5-6 years ago, he said. There looks like there's to be 0 rubbing It's just starting to finally get a little bit of that weather beaten look, but other than that, I mean, there's still safe bags to run. And on the other side over here, same thing. Bag still looks really good. There's no rubbing marks, no signs of wear as far as like popping wear. We're going through checking all the airlines. There's no scrapes, there's no abrasions on anything down here. What we do is we just kind of run from the front and just run all the way and check all the airline spots. There's a few spots over there that you saw that looks like the clamp came off, so you're just gonna reclamp it. Other than that, I mean, it looks good. It looks like someone did some work back here though. Maybe the exhaust shop, because we normally cut the exhaust off. So it looks like the exhaust shop did something here and maybe changed some of the airline and put a kink up on one side, because we would have never put a double union up here. So we're gonna go through that real quick. We're gonna change out that back airline because there's a kink in it that's probably causing the car to some of the unlevelness and pressure irregularities in the car. So other than that, I mean, everything's looking good. He still has our 4-inch bomb blocks in there. We're gonna go through, just double check the torques on that. Welds don't show any signs of cracking, stress cracks, any of that. We did just inspect all that as well. So the car on the bottom side, for being a 5 to 6 year old install, looks really, really solid still. Minus that one section where someone worked on, you could tell because it looks like they wrapped it for the exhaust. So possibly the exhaust shop, whoever did it, they probably burned one of the airlines because there's a union right there. So we're gonna eliminate that real quick and get rid of that kink. And other than that, everything looks pretty solid. We're gonna leave it up for a 24-hour leak test after this, and we should be almost good to go. So it looks like where someone else had touched this at one point. The reason we know that is because there's certain things we do and we do not do. And see that kinked airline right there? That's something that that's a very, very huge no-no, and it's a big pet peeve of ours. Anytime a line ever kinks as we're pulling it through the car, it automatically gets replaced. So seeing something like this, and then also seeing multiple unions at one junction in one area, and then seeing zip ties that were uncut and clamps that weren't uncut or weren't drilled in, and then seeing, you know, multiple unions that we don't normally use. Seeing stuff like that, we know automatically that the car's been touched by somewhere else, which is no big deal. But as you can see, you know, we are fixing those issues right now, which isn't a big issue. It's a really small thing to go through and do. But those little things, you know, in the end cost you money, you know, for cutting a corner just because you don't want to run an extra foot of airline so it wouldn't kink. But yeah, we're fixed on that part now. We're going to come back down. He's doing a last double inspection and check. We're going to come back down and pressurize it right now. So here's going to be the first test. There you go. Everything seemed to be going even now. We were having a hard time dialing it in, and I figured out it had to be something on the bottom. That's why we went up on the rack. We had got it really, really close, but something was still lacking, and that kink was causing it to have those issues. So now, guys, it's a waiting game. We gotta let the compressors build up, air up hard all the way, max out the front, max out the rear. And what we're gonna do is, he has gauges inside here, so I'm gonna mark the gauge with 2 little Sharpie dots. Don't worry, it's not permanent. Even though they call it a permanent marker, it's not permanent. But yeah, we'll lock it up hard. Go right here. And I'll keep hitting it up the whole duration of while it's filling up. And let me flip this guy around. We had actually installed a gauge right here in his factory clock location a long time ago. And I actually forgot about it, so I looked earlier. But this is gonna definitely help us out right here. It's kind of getting a glare right here, sorry. But it's gonna help us out. We're gonna level out the pressure, we're gonna mark it. The sun gets out of the way. We'll mark it right about here with the Sharpie. And that's gonna help us determine the location within 24 hours. And keep hitting it up. This is called switch happy. So I'll keep hitting it up until it marks, it tops out on pressure. Then from there, it's a waiting game until we come in tomorrow morning to see if anything had dropped down. And by the looks of everything, and you know, the no leaking off the tank or the valves, I'm pretty sure we're gonna be really, really good, and probably be ready for pickup Monday. So guys, I just called the customer right now, let him know the car was all done, and well, there's a few things he wanted to add and change. He wanted to upgrade to one of our Chevy switch panels, so I just went ahead and polished it out right now, and I'm gonna change out his switches. He just has a standard 4-hole panel, right about there somewhere if you can see it. So we're just gonna swap that out real quick. It's just a quick, you know, 15-minute job. I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna give myself 25 minutes because he has some lighting switches and stuff that I gotta move after. So I just gotta move that around real quick, you know, toss this in, mount the new switches. And then this car will be on its way. So last thing to do, then a quick little wipe up, and on to the next. Wait, you gonna talk to him? So guys, I know everyone cries, you didn't go up and down with the car, blah, blah, blah. So, for those people that cry, here's the video of the car going up and down. There you guys go. So stop disliking the videos, because I did what you guys wanted. Plain and simple, right? Just kidding, guys. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing. If you don't subscribe, you know what to do. Smash that subscribe button, hit the notification, hit the little bell, like the video, share the video. If this was helpful, you enjoyed it, you know, just on regular maintenance and stuff, give us a call if you guys need any help regarding any of this stuff. You know, don't be shy. Don't think it's a dumb question. Call us up. Our number is going to be 909-923-5553, and our website is www, I guess everyone knows that nowadays, but hopplesonline.com. Thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate it. You guys have a good one.